Hail, Computron. So... So I just recently noticed that they actually released Apex Legends on disc. Now, I haven't played Apex in months. Oh yeah, this is one of my 2 Venom hats. It just seems like such a weird choice. I always think it's weird when they release free games on disc. Well, it's even weirder because, like, I don't know how many different versions of it there are, but I saw one for man, who's the for Lifeline and for Bloodhound, I think. So I assume that they released one for every
Is it done?
character, but
I
that
see.
seems ridiculous.
If you need directions
production
to
cost
Byzantium,
wise.
it's the big fancy one.
Where is Byzantium? August? I think it was August 28th. Was my first stream. Find and kill Eva Chartrand. I really want to do this one. But, no, let's... I really like this game. You know, I know I've said this a million times, but, like, it is Fallout in space, but it's way more focused than Fallout. Every quest serves the story. It's not like some random stuff. Yeah, this is the one I wanted to do first. Right now I have this giant, like, chair and a half thing in my game room because we put our Christmas tree up and there's no space for it without moving the furniture.
Some crew members are called.
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating.
I know, but I'm not gonna argue. Oh, Byzantium is on Terra 2. So I can do the Byzantium stuff right after.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
Alright, so who wants to go to Byzantium? Pravati and what's her name? Okay. Sorry, Felix. You don't get to go. I wonder how early people in other countries put their Christmas trees up, since Thanksgiving's an American thing. I mean, I guess Canadians have Thanksgiving, but it's on a different day. I haven't. I have not seen much of Bob's Burgers. Nope. The animation always bothered me, so I never watched it. Wow, that's a lot of damage. What quest am I doing right now? Okay. Have you... I assume the answer is yes to this. Watch Dragon Ball Z. Put some mistletoe on my butt and kiss it. So, did you know about the 30th anniversary set that they released? Yeah, 30th anniversary. Well, I bought it. I haven't taken the figure out of the box. But yeah. Well, I didn't own like Dragon Ball Z, so I figured this is the best way for me to get it, since it's gonna be in its original aspect ratio. Whether it's gonna be as good looking as possible, I don't know, because I'm not into the nitty-gritty of all that, but it's gonna look better than the DVDs, the orange box DVDs. Yeah, that's the same for me too. I don't really have a good place. I'd like to get one of those figurine cases.
I'd wager this is the outpost. Rebecca! Anders! Come on out!
Man, if Rebecca and Anders are here, they're dead.
Wow, not even a scratch.
I didn't even really want
Incoming,
the
Captain.
figure. I just wanted the Blu-rays.
Down they go!
Yeah, that'd be cool. See, display wasn't something I was thinking of
That's the
when I
last
was
of them.
putting this room together.
Hey, take a gander. The door's busted.
And I
Rebecca?
probably should have.
Anders, you in there?
I just was thinking function. Because if I were building this room... Haha. I was looking on eBay to see how much people were selling them for. And the whole set sold for... like... 600 bucks? One sold for 600, one sold for 900. How am I supposed to get in this freaking building? Oh, there's a door right there.
Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
Right. Yeah, see, if I was going to do that, I would change the position my desk is in. Because right now it's against the wall. But if I just, like, turned it 90 degrees...
Oh no. Oh no. What did you
you'd
do?
be able to see the wall behind me,
Oh,
which is
no.
green.
I'm so sorry.
You can see a little bit of the green wall over here above the shelf. Every other wall is green. 2 of them are green, 2 of them are white. So what, are these people like kill each other? Or they just die? This probably says what happened, actually. Its display is faded and the buttons are almost entirely rusted through, but you can still make out bits and pieces of what looks like Rebecca's final entries. Law help me, but Anderson was right. We never should have taken this contract. I thought Monarch was bad, but this is unbearable. Everyone here is blind or addled, or I don't know what. The town won't let us walk in without an employment contract. I can't even find someone to let me send a message. For all the capable folk here, we're stuck. Back home, we had to fight for every meal because there were no meals that you didn't make yourself. Here's the plenty, but nobody's allowed to give you one. Here, there's plenty, but no one's allowed to give you one. We've been stealing bits and pieces of life from wherever we can. Anderson is about ready to sign up, offer his life in service to Spacer's Choice just so he can take a shower. Clara, I hope to the architect this never reaches you, but on the off chance it does, I want to say I'm sorry. Anderson and I fucked up. We didn't take the contract for the bits. We didn't take it because Primal sounded cool. We took it because we wanted out. Monarch's a living hell. We were sick of getting sick, of boiled raptidon and stinking like sulfur no matter how hard you scrub, of fighting, day in and day out. We're exhausted. We thought we could use the contract money to find a place here. Settle down. But this place ain't any better. It's just different. We're starving all the same. We never should have left. I just thought maybe we could do better. I miss you, kid. Marauders at the door. Anderson's bled out. I'm on my way. I won't let them get me. Not alive, anyway. I've seen what those monsters do.
They were... That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but Clara would want to be buried with her sister.
How long have you been in your current setup?
At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, it'd break her to know the truth. Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a
Gotcha.
queen was when a foreign species was on her soil.
So I'd give it a
wager
couple
the stench
months.
of a primal might do the trick.
I'd give it a couple of months first, and then be like, "Hey, babe, I think I want to change some things up." Have you ever been to TwitchCon?
That'd be boring. Half the fun in exploring is the fact that you're on an unknown trail. Never had the pleasure of hunting primals, but I hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we?
Where
I'm sure
is
they've
it?
got pheromones. Everything does.
There's just 2 this year? Ah, I didn't know they had more than one. San Diego and Amsterdam. Okay. Is San Diego far from you? Because I would have to be like a 3-hour plane ride. But at least when I got there, it'd be the same time as I left. I wonder if I can get in that spot. If I get in there, there's no way I'll be able to get out. Oh, they just don't let you in there. Okay. Gotcha. I don't even know how long of a drive it would be for me. Let me see. Okay, so it would be like a 42-hour drive for me. Yeah. Yeah, I would end up flying if I did go. There's no way, there's no way I would drive for like 4 days.
Here we go.
Wow, my weapons are super overpowered from this planet.
That's the last of them.
I don't know that I'm super interested. They're already sold for 2020. Wow. That's crazy. I didn't know it was so popular. I don't know that I'm necessarily super interested. in going. I mean, eventually maybe, but... Oh, that's on Scylla. We don't want to do that. Let's do some Byzantium shit. Oh, it is cold in here. $2021. They don't have like reserved tickets for affiliates or anything, or partners. I was reading up on what it takes to be partnered, and it's like you reach a certain status and then it's like, but not everybody who reaches this can be partnered, only if we think you're worthy of it. Which is kind of cool and kind of not cool, because it's neat to know that they're like hand-picked, but I just want to be able to get the VIP badges. I really want those.
Some crew members are causing a disturbance on the ship. We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I need a word.
I got an achievement for landing on Byzantium. The jersey. Is it like a football jersey? An esports one. Ah. That makes more sense. No, they're Fritos. Chili cheese Fritos. Chili cheese Fritos. They don't even taste like cheese. This is like inside. Fancy. They're like the best chip to put on sandwiches. What is that?
Are you still tinkering with that?
It's not gonna fix itself.
Don't we have repair drones for that kind of thing?
This was a repair drone.
Haha. This was a repair drone. Comedy, comedy. Ooh. It'd be funny if I opened this just for the mag pick. You always hope you'll get your mag fixed back. Well, now I guess I don't have to hope because I can see what's inside. But... oh, look, a hole in the wall. An elevator? Street access. Okay, so this is underground. They're all retirees. It's a city full of old people. And soldiers. Oh, okay, here we go. Requires docking bay terminal codes. There's just one thing I've never been able to get over with this game. And it's that always in the back of my head, there is just this feeling that I want to kill every person that I see. I don't know why. I guess because there's just too much talking. Like, I like the talking, but it's so much. Oh, can't open this door. Okay. So I guess we are going up. We're going up the elevator.
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
Ooh, wealthy
Nothing
citizen.
wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Don't you ever want a little fun?
Salon club?
By the law, look at those arms. How'd you like to show those off for millions?
Can't even... Whoa, look at that weapon. That's quite a weapon. Wait, what's that? The sole letter in this mailbox is addressed to the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. Satellite office in Fallbrook on the planet Monarch.
Not a peep from me.
Nah. Oh, as you can see in pockets. Be nice. Maverick Johnston. Hey, what's
Kid,
up?
you got presence. Natural magnetism. Know what I mean?
What's that movie called? Hold on 1 second. Cruel Intentions. This dude looks like the dude from Cruel Intentions. Specifically in that movie. Because he's wearing those stupid round little glasses.
Tell you what, you're gonna like it a whole lot more once we start talking bits. Listen, you got an agent? Some kind of representation?
Do you have a PlayStation?
A mad scientist? Guy sounds like he's moonlighting. Here's some free advice. If you want to make it in this business, you gotta work with professionals. Listen, you got a real special quality, raw energy. I see you in pictures, kid.
What do you think about Death Stranding? You think it's worth it? Or do you think it's a flop?
I'm making a feature, Space Pirates of Moros Prime. It's gonna be a hit. But we still need a star. And I think you got the chops.
Ah! Captain! You're gonna be in pictures!
Already got an entourage, huh? Way to get ahead of the game. So what do you say? You ready for the chance of a lifetime?
I'm in, I guess.
Terrific. We're holding auditions at the studio. Head to Odeon Pictures and take the elevator. You're going all the way to the top, baby.
Anti-Cleo's content. Organic.
Baby
vegan, handmade,
nakedness.
gluten-free, dairy-free, nut-free.
I got this guy at work, and he flip-flops every day
Is
whether
that
he wants to
supposed
buy
be
it
a
or
model
not.
of the system? Not super accurate. Ugh. Decadence ain't gonna save you when the beast chewed through the walls.
The dissidents actually took over the refinery.
I think I want to give it a shot.
And then the chairman shot their space shuttle down with a Hammersmith grenade launcher.
But
Incredible.
honestly,
Are you two talking about the new Dissident Hunter adaptation?
playing
Don't spoil
this
it.
game has been like my lowest numbers ever. And the only reason I keep playing it is because I want to finish it. So I definitely wouldn't play it on stream if I bought it.
Spacer's choice. Real atmospheric contaminants from Tartarus. Great
I've
on
always
fiction.
loved that sculpture.
It's an old.
Maybe. I really want that PS4 Pro, but I'm sure I won't be able to get my hands on that.
Over here. Let me take a closer look at you.
I keep getting a notification on my computer that one of my Steam friends is online. Is there... Look, Star-Lord standing in the corner. Oh, he looked more like Star-Lord from over there.
Don't speak. Hold that posture for a moment while I admire you. You have a natural contrapposto, my dear. The way you rest your weight against your hip suggests a certain rugged charisma possessed only by the mighty primal and the well-traveled spacer. Splendid. I love it.
Girl, your makeup is fabulous. It's poppin'.
Ah, Celeste, you've done it again. I knew from the moment I laid eyes on you that I'd found my muse. I'm Celeste Jolicoeur, and you, my dear, are exactly what Byzantium needs.
Have you ever played Celeste?
Darling, you and that brutish swagger
good.
of yours have been
You should give
on
it a
my
shot.
mind the moment you stepped into my studio. I'm working on a
It
new
was
line
one of the free
clothing
games
that
on
will
Xbox
shock
a
this
couple months
city to
ago.
its core, and I'd like your help. What do you say, my dear? Care to make history with me?
Have you ever played Super Meat Boy?
Marvelous! You and I are gonna wake this city up like a cold splash of wine to the face.
I always get on to...
What I
Download
need is
the
a
games.
survey of the outside world.
That's the only
What
reason.
does the
if
common
I'm not
laborer
playing.
wear? How do the wild-eyed madmen of Monarch dress themselves? I've heard rumors.
Well, the two games
but
play
I
similarly.
require samples. Also, I expect you to model for me.
They're both platformers. An excuse to admire my looks, huh? Can't blame ya.
Oh, you cad! You'll be the talk of Byzantium once I'm done with you. I'll need you to model for me the following: the apparel of an iconoclast, the armor of a marauder, and a full ensemble of spacer gear.
So I'm gonna have to collect this crap.
And when I say spacer gear, I mean an outfit worn by real spacers. None of that garbage spacer's choice pedals. You have the bearing and demeanor of a born model. You're going to absolutely murder this job.
I'll see what I can do.
Fabulous! I can't wait to see what you dredge up.
Where am I supposed to find spacer gear?
If I were an enterprising spacer in need of a wardrobe, I'd probably head to the Groundbreaker.
I mean, I guess, like, definitely, he's hot.
You don't gotta be so forward about my reasons, Captain.
Let me get a good look at you. Turn around, please, darling. My word, such muscular shoulders.
Not that you ever get to see
You're
him.
a vision, dear.
I am no such thing, ma'am.
Nonsense, you're absolutely lovely. Chin up now. I have just the thing for you. Let me do a back-of-the-envelope calculation. Materials, labor, licensing and copyright. There.
Yeah. You're gonna give me a better price.
Love. That's the ultimate luxury, darling. Love. Oh, gracious me.
I don't get why that's funny, ma'am.
Oh, my cherub. Who woos for love anymore? That's so... precious. All right, Captain. Here is the absolute best I can do for you.
Did you actually measure her for this outfit? I didn't see any measuring tape.
Darling, do I look like an amateur? I read
You
her
look like
measurements
some.
by eye. And don't you ask, because they're no one's business but her own.
Alright, I guess I gotta pay
There
you.
are some things I simply cannot skimp on, darling. Such a lovely young lady deserves the best. Now stand back. Back! I'll enter the settings and get these machines spinning. You'll be broke to bespoke in merely an hour.
Broke to the spoke? That doesn't sound like a good thing.
And there we are, my darling girl. I wish you a splendiferous evening. And if you don't mind my asking, have you any interest in modeling?
What? Oh, no, ma'am.
Man, she just wants
All
everyone
them
to
eyes
model
staring
for
at
her.
me? I couldn't. No way, no how. I get scared just thinking on it.
I wish you weren't so shy, my Violet. You truly are beautiful. I hope your date sees that as clearly as I.
Let's see what you got to trade. Or not? What?
I can't wait to see those outfits.
Okay, that's great.
What can I do for you, darling?
Okay. Everything's gray here. And, I mean, those helmets aren't awful. Wait, glasses? Those aren't even aviators. Okay. Bye-bye. Oops. Alright. Well, I guess we'll leave. Oh wait, I have to speak to Pravati.
Oh, can you believe this outfit? It's so handsome, I'm almost afraid to touch it. Well, I guess that's everything then. After all this time, I just have to actually do it now. You know, there's a part Junlei's been looking for to fix up the air cyclers. They only carried them on big colony ships, like the Hope.
Pravati, making every little thing perfect won't change Junlei's feelings.
I know. For a while, it felt like everything I did was a little bit of help. And it meant I didn't have to ask her to be mine. Not yet. Not for real. Next time we dock with Groundbreaker, I'm doing it. I'll send June a message and ask her over.
Great. Awesome.
Oh, this is real scary, Captain.
Now I have to go talk to her
I'm
on the
grateful
ship.
for all you done.
This quest line has gone on for far too long. Let's go do this audition. That sounds like a fun mission.
I love Byzantium.
I love Byzantium. Billingsley's House of Inebriation.
I'm afraid I can't come down anymore, my good man.
What's this?
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
Well, you sound interesting.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Nothing. Nothing. Why? Does it look like I'm up to something?
Yeah.
Laws, I knew it! You got me. I'm caught, aren't I?
Yep. Yeah, you're in big trouble. Now why don't you tell me what you did?
I work in the lab at the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. Some of my sprats went missing, but it's not my fault, okay? Maybe I let them out more often than regulations allow, but they need to stretch their little legs. And so what if I occasionally forgot to latch their cage? Everyone gets a little distracted now and then.
Calm down. What happened?
They escaped, and before I could coax them back, they'd made their way to the maintenance tunnels. Even if I did dare go down there, they're among all the common sewer sprats and exterminator mechanicals.
I could look for them. I don't know how I'm gonna catch
Really?
this dude's rats.
In that case, take this collection crate.
Oh.
6 of my little ones are down there, but don't worry, you can easily tell them apart from common sewer sprats. They have intelligent eyes, an agreeable yet reserved demeanor, and a fondness for hiding. Also, they're white rather than green. Please,
Okay.
do take care, and do mind the exterminator mechanicals. If the worst should happen to my little darlings, well, I still want their bodies. For science, of course.
What are the maintenance tunnels for?
Well, to maintain things, of course. Like big, humming machine things with gears. And pipes. Water pipes. Air pipes. All sorts of pipes.
Air pipes.
That's why they connect the city from the Acropolis district to here.
Why don't you go into the tunnels yourself?
Everyone knows sewer sprats carry diseases. And the exterminator mechanicals have been known to fire on larger targets. Why they'd do that when they're only supposed to attack sprats, I've no idea. But there are rumors.
Like?
Some people say there are strange things in those tunnels. Assassins. A room full of murderous automechanicals. Monsters hungry for human flesh. A hidden bureaucratic purgatory where things and people are lost forever. Not that I place any stock in silly rumors, of course.
Why are there exterminator mechanicals in the tunnels?
To deal with the sewer sprats, of course. They're quite the nuisance.
Why are you so attached to the sprats?
They're for my, research.
Out with it.
Oh, very well. It's true. I do run studies on them at the lab, but I also have a special connection with them. See, I'm an enormous fan of all my colonists. The early seasons,
This guy
before the
fucking the
plotlines
rats.
got tacky. You must have seen the classic episodes. Well, I name all my sprats after my favorite characters. That way, their stories can live on in rodent form. So you see, it's imperative that I get them all back.
This guy's a fucking lunatic. What are their names?
Not just names, they all have backstories too. There's Lord Reginald Kim III, Lady Philippa Farnsworth, Vonda von Vermington, Haroon Greenlee, Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez, and Evelyn Ensley Okoye.
Okoye.
Ah, She's the chief executive of Farnsworth Incorporated and a fearless captain of industry. He's a mercurial shareholder. They're in a rather tumultuous marriage contract.
Oh. What about Vonda?
She's an ambitious shareholder in Farnsworth Incorporated who wants more than stock. Or does she? It's difficult to tell what exactly she's after, but she is trying to seduce both Lord Reginald and Lady Philippa.
Wow. I'm curious about Haroon Greenlee and Iskander Emmanuel Sanchez.
So is everyone. Haroon is a mysterious young man with amnesia. His backstory's still a work in progress. Iskander is Lady Philippa's trusty assistant. He's trying to seduce Vonda.
And Okoye?
She's a member of Farnsworth Incorporated's regulatory board. A wise woman with a sharp tongue and a heart of gold. Something else?
You seem surprised I'd help you.
I still am. After all, I'm a person of very little influence and only middling prospects. No one does favors for free. But I must say, I'm far too distressed to think critically about your suspiciously kind offer.
Alright, bye. Not talking to you anymore.
Out with it, you wretched contraption! Does nothing in this city work anymore?
It's Spacer's choice. I know my armor is like 80 something. It's Spacer's.
Your best find this week. Go.
45, 11.
I wrote someone up for slandering trademark products.
What's going on over
Pretty
here?
good.
What? Okay. Alright, let's go to this audition. No more distractions.
I'll sue every technician
All right, how does this sound? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to walk into you like that. Oh my goodness! Ruth Bellamy? I simply adore your work.
We've been over this already. You can't rehearse running into Ruth Bellamy. It's not going to work.
Fine, fine. What about this? Oh, my stars! It's Halcyon Helen? May I have your autograph?
Now you just sound like a crazed fan, which I suppose is not far from the truth.
Okay, bye. Spectrum Violet. Okay. What do we have here? Anything? Looks like a whole lot of nothing. I will buy this. Can I actually speak to this?
For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left. For all auditions,
Sealed,
please
so that
use
is
the
a door I
elevator
can get
on
in.
the left.
28, 28, 28, 13, 50. How much is my helmet? 53? It's only level 18. I should probably upgrade a few times.
We're not gonna do this, are we? Promise me.
What do you mean we're not gonna do this? What the heck are you talking about? You were excited.
Great, you made it. Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. Just go in there and do what feels natural.
Got it.
We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic.
Great.
And because Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen.
Alright.
See, I knew you'd get it. Now go in there, find your mark, and show us what you got.
So basically I have to go in here and kill a bunch of actors. Yeah, I got everybody in the yeah, this one's more Samusy. Oh look, here's the Splatoon wall. Is this supposed to be like a set? Because if it is, why is that? Break a leg.
What are you doing? Go to your mark.
Where's my mark? Oh. Right here.
Well, well. Here to stop us at last, Captain Steele? You're too late. All of this Settlement CNP Hungry Time food pills, same nutritional value, but now with added filler, are ours. With their patented stomach stuffing effects and baseline vitamin content, we will be nigh unstoppable.
Seems like it'd be a terrible film. Joke's on you, idiot. Those crates are just decoys.
They are? What an unexpected twist. You may have fooled me for now, but not for long.
Are we on camera now? Because I really don't care to be.
Do you remember the last time we faced each other? The Battle of Axejack, staring one another down across the void of space while flaming debris fell like rain around us. I see you haven't changed a bit, Steele. I had you surrounded and outgunned, but you overcame my superior numbers with tactical thinking and a Hammersmith limited edition grenade launcher. I've been waiting for 5 years now, and at last my day for vengeance has come.
Is this where we're dumping backstory? Because that should come up earlier.
We screen tested that, and the audiences forgot all about it.
This what passes for entertainment around here? They ought to try tossing back a Spectrum Red and going rapt hunting. Someone's bound to lose an eye. It'll be a riot.
Hey, no one told me we were giving critics an early look. I gotta focus, okay? I have this whole port wired with sub-micro energon transistors. Once we're away, I'll activate the gamma particulate field, and the quantaponic chain reaction will turn this whole place into vaporized plasma.
Most of those words are made up, and the ones that are real don't work like that.
Plasma's already a vapor-like kind of thing. You can't re-vaporize it. Can you?
Quiet. You're supposed to be an extra. I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment waivers, because this is the end for you.
Let's see you try.
Line. Never mind, I think that's scene. To the break room, everyone. I need my Moab fizzy tea.
Cut, cut.
Oh,
That was interesting.
so I don't have to kill them.
novel take.
Good.
Let's take 5.
I guess I could have killed them though.
There's my star. Walk and talk with me.
Okay, after I steal all this stuff, hold on. Shovel. Oops. Alright, man. What's up?
Hey, listen, I appreciate what you tried there. We've got to review your footage before we make a final decision, though.
You don't sound impressed.
Look, sometimes you just gotta wait for your break, you know? Here, take this for making the trip down here. Don't call us. We'll call you.
Yay. He gave me 28,000 experience for starring in a movie. Heck? Okay. It's like identical. Can you imagine if you could just give out experience in real life? Okay. Wait, that's the elevator. Alright. Well, this quest is here. But let's go ahead and do so this doesn't even tell me how to get these sets. I have to just have them. Oh, well, I'm probably never gonna finish that quest because I don't think I even have that stuff anymore. Well, there's an iconoclast piece of armor, but I don't have the helmet for it unless... Oh, that actually is. So I could do the iconoclast one, but I can't do the rest of it. Loading screens.
Rizzo's mock
So, how many times have you seen terror on Monarch? Terror on Monarch loses its appeal
Let's see if I can buy armor for those factions. Not looking like I will be able to. And if it's not like named after the thing, I don't know. Alright, let's switch to this for real quick.
What was it like in Edgewater? I hear you workers were on the clock every available moment.
We always got 8 hours a day for sleeping. Just not always consecutive.
My condolences. I appreciate consistent wages like any other sane person, but that still sounds awful. At least Sanjar gives his folks weekends.
Wait. Alright, so put this on.
Weekend?
And I have some
Hands of the
full
Void.
iconoclast.
Goodness. Look at those atrocious contours. The sheer brutality of its design offends the senses and shocks the mind into a state of palpable excitement. I adore it. 2 outfits remain. I can't wait to see what you'll bring me. Something shocking, I hope.
I guess so. What else do I need to bring her? A marauder and a spacer. Sublight. Reconditioned exo helmet. I don't really have a lot of armor. I'm sure I can get marauder armor. That'll be easy. She seems like a class A B-word. Alright, let's go kill this bitch.
I've always loved that sculpture.
How do I get over there?
It's an orrery. When you say that.
There's a bridge.
What's down in the block?
You ever been off Monarch, Mioka? Before you met the captain, I mean.
Nah, I mostly just drank and hunted. As soon as you stop to dream of other things, that'll be the day something. If they'd sent money to Monarch instead of building even one of those homes, I bet we could have rebuilt Stellar Bay. The whole damn thing.
Well, she's not my friend either. She ain't no friend of mine. Okay. She's living large, this girl. You give me fever.
You think the privy's gold-plated too?
There's another one of those British words. Here we go. I received a message that an unauthorized user was looking through my files on my Cascadia terminal. Maybe some marauder with 2 firing brain cells, maybe not. I hope whoever it is understands that the sacrifices made on Monarch and HRS 1084 serve a higher purpose. One day, when all of us have attained a new state of being, humanity may forgive my sins. My worst suspicions are confirmed. HRS 1084 was ransacked. Who knows what became of the suspension tanks, my team. As usual, my handlers on the board are no help. Until I deliver results they can replicate, package, and disperse to the general population, they desire only silence and obedience from the likes of me. Doubtless there's a connection to be drawn to the hooligan to access my Monarch notes. The project demands that I protect every research asset with my life. Now the time has come to fulfill that promise. Circumstances were hardly optimal at the primary and secondary labs. Political instability pulled Cascadia out from under me, and some combination of cabin fever and paranoia soured HRS 1084. Perhaps my home in steadfast Byzantium will offer the retreat I need. Though I miss working alongside colleagues, I know that I hardly deserve the ones I so enjoyed, the ones I lost. The work continues in isolation and loneliness, perhaps as it should. Ever since our species became aware of itself, hold on. We imposed our superiority on the worlds we touched. Colonialism worked for a time, but our oldest trick didn't work in Halcyon, did it? Now we are the ones who must bow to a force greater than ourselves. We are the ones who must adapt. Update. Wine makes me too introspective. Perhaps I'll balance it out with vodka. Unseal entrance. I'm gonna guess that I'll have a chance to talk to her, or she'll be a monster. One of those two things. This is where the lab is. A lot of elevators in this town.
Lab coats make me nervous. Experiments always go wrong. Always. And then we got flying raptidons or some other nightmare.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
I'm the one asking the questions.
You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
I came to blow the lid off your alien conspiracy.
My what conspiracy? Let's talk about this. Please. I think there's been a crucial misunderstanding.
I'm listening.
If you came looking for some elaborate scheme, it isn't here. All I'm doing is trying to keep Halcyon alive.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You can write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving.
This is startling, but it doesn't quite explain the research I found.
The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have.
Adaptation didn't save your research team. All you have to show for it is a lab full of preserved colleagues. Hold on, what about the aliens?
Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon. Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough.
Strong enough? You burned through a lot of valuable scientists to arrive at zero solutions.
I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back.
Isn't Cornelius Vanderbilt one of the assault cruisers patrolling Halcyon?
It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
How'd you lose half a pair of ships like it were a sock?
That ain't a shock. Board folks will lie to their own mothers if it preserves their paychecks.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace.
Colonists might get unruly if they realize there's only one boot on their neck. If the board's authority is vulnerable, that's a crisis we can go in for. Lilia sent me after a conspiracy, but it looks like I found a cover-up instead.
I'd prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy.
The board wants to adapt the entire population of Halcyon?
Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off Halcyon crops.
You really think the board got our best interests at heart? I mean, they say, but I'm just not sure.
Fuck that. People are people, and ought to stay the way they were born. They start trying to tinker with my blood, I'll bury them.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying.
Where do we go from here?
You could always shoot me. I assume that's why you're here. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
You know Phineas Wells? If you work with him, I'll spare you. Keep working with the board on a plan to save Halcyon. I'll leave you be. Pravati, how do you think we should handle this?
It seems like she's trying to help, Captain. Honest help. Ain't many in the colony doing that. We should let her try.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands.
What about you, Nyoka?
Look, cold-blooded murder ain't easy on my spirits. But this, all this research, all these experiments, it's wrong. It's all void damn wrong.
Everything I did was for the good of the colony. Consider that.
You know Phineas Wells?
The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Wow.
Doctor!
She agreed to that too quickly.
What choice do I have, Commander?
It didn't take much convincing. In the future, try and stay away from plans to hack our species, so there really is no alien conspiracy.
If working with Wells is the only way I can save the colony, then I will damn well do it. I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
It's less work than hauling my corpse out of here.
Wrong answer.
Incoming!
Scientists live still? Okay, good.
I hope Dr. Wells has the resources to handle this project.
I wonder if she's gonna kill Wells, and I've completely ruined the game. But I didn't want to kill her. Probably shouldn't have stolen those. Wait, here's the last scientist. Dr. Lorelei Fall. Status, alive. Life signs minimal. Stasis setting, active. Notes. Subject will need medical treatments beyond our current understanding before any attempt at extraction is made. You should have let me go, Lore. I drew the short straw. It was my turn. I don't think I'm strong enough to go on without you. I'll never stop searching for a way to bring you back. If I fail, may the architect annotate your place in the equation. Eva. Well, let's finish our missions here, and then we'll go back to Lilia. So I'm sure she's not going to be too happy. Oh, I leveled up. That's right. Badass. Yeah, give her those two. Science weapons, yeah. All right. Now save the sprats. Okay, that was it. Nice. Let's see. Combat effects inflicted by this companion's ability last longer. This companion takes damage, they gain some armor for a short time. This. Definitely. Definitely. That's going to be so helpful if they can just get back up. I wonder how many times they can level up. Or if that's their max level. I mean, I'm only level 25. I don't know what the level cap of this game is. Bijou review. All right.
Incoming!
Processing,
Huh. They hate me in this town now.
Please, Keith, I don't want to die.
Rizzo's knocked you out. A CCN.
I had a feeling I should have done all the other quests first. Nice, okay. I want to tinker that helmet up. Wow. Wow, that last tinker cost a lot of money. That was easy. One down. Oh no! Wait. This little bastard. Ah, got him. Who would have thought this is what I'd be doing today? How do I go down? Oh, right here. Okay. Sprat.
Everyone all right?
I'll take that. I really don't need any more ammo. Oh, there's a dead guy in here. Is there one right there? In this room? That I just missed? Oh wow. That's not what I meant to do. Yes, I got him. Bard. Full cranial helmet. I will take that and that.
No, it's not.
Vortex Mace, Bypass Shunt. I mean, it doesn't cost me anything, so I will pick it. I wish this game had like a mixture of the systems. Like if I used it, I wish it got better. And also upgrading it makes it better.
Good score, Cap!
It's a big sprat.
Hey, that's impressive.
Yeah, what the heck? I got a ton of lock picks. Why not?
Great work.
Wait, what's the... Does this come up in a different place?
Let's go!
Holy crap!
That's the last of them. Aw, I was hoping we could bring him home. You'd let me have a giant sprat, right, Captain?
Why
As
does
long
he
as I
have
fed it.
big giant gun? No, I would not let you have a giant sprat. Alright, we got all the sprats, but I don't know how I'm going to be able to turn these missions in. Which sucks, because this will mean that it'll be my first botched mission. If this guy won't talk to me. If I had a high enough intimidator lie or whatever it was. Alright, shit.
Here they come. Covering you.
You got it, Captain!
Guard stalled. I'm guessing
Everyone
this guy
all
was a named character. The board are now repulsed. What's that thing?
big mistake.
Where's this ladder go to? Why would I need to be in the aqueduct?
Good score, Cap!
I mean, I'll see if Giles will talk to me, but I doubt that he will. I'm guessing that he's gonna run away on sight. Yeah, I can't even talk to him.
Here we go!
Please, I don't want to die!
Alright, you know what? Let's see. This was 5 minutes ago. It was after I leveled up. So, yeah, I can't fix it now, so. Just talk to me, Giles. Alright, forget it. Forget it. Alright, I'm just gonna leave town. Unless I have something else to do here, which I do.
Oh, careful.
Oh, wow. That was a lot of damage.
Down there, the new ship. Doesn't look like any of the corporate freighters.
How am I supposed to get down there?
Doing here? And how did they ever get permission to land?
Perhaps we'll finally get some excitement after all.
Or that's where I came from.
Here they come!
Ah, here we go. I honestly don't care if the board hate me. I don't like the board. They seem like dicks. Y'all have fun. Where am I? Oh, he's just standing here in the middle of nowhere. What's up, Carmen? I can't even talk to her? Oh, it's because combat's going on. Thank you.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
Yeah, you're meeting me.
Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
The Phoenix?
Yeah. That's my code name for... you know, our mutual friend.
What's your code name?
Oh. I'm Golden Eagle.
Do I have a code name?
Yeah. I named you Cuckoo.
You suck. No way. I'm Golden Eagle. You can be Cuckoo.
That doesn't even make... Fine. Fine.
Oh, can I be chicken? Because chickens will adopt any critter's baby and keep them warm.
You sure you don't want to be Raven? Or Sparrowhawk?
Aw.
Okay.
Her nickname is
Chicken
Bitch.
it is.
This cloak and dagger stuff is nonsense, but if everyone else gets a code name, I want one too.
You can be Cassowary.
That's shockingly apt. Cassowaries were a solitary bunch. But once they had a friend, they'd stick with them till the end.
Aggressive little creatures, too. Anyway, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right?
I guess so.
I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded.
There's got to be a way to catch the minister someplace less protected. Can you get me into the minister's estate? How exactly did you get involved in all this anyway? Can you get me into the estate?
Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
Okay.
Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
Yeah.
House of Inebriation?
I'm not going to be able to speak to those
Count
guards.
me the hell in.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
That's theft, not reconnaissance.
Whatever. I'm better with bird terms.
Can we make him less protected?
Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can't say I blame him. It's scary out of doors. I mean, can you even count how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out.
How exactly did you get involved in all this?
I've always been fascinated by birds. If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them.
What the
so
heck
colorful
do
and
birds
distinct.
have to do with this?
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh. Seems almost impossible.
All of them trying to eat you, I'd wager.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators.
When they die off, it's a sign that something's wrong.
Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see.
Birds don't even have anything to do with this. She's like, I'm like, how'd you get involved with this? She's like, I've always liked birds. Oh, she's a horse girl.
For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time.
Her mouth moves like
Doesn't
she
that
has
seem
braces,
strange to you?
but she doesn't.
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes, after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place.
And?
At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people. Like they were advertising something wasn't working.
That just seemed to worry
They eventually
people.
took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it.
but they never fixed it, never replaced
Okay.
it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? Except that's not how they go. At least that's not how they're supposed to go in Byzantium.
If things are broken here, of all places, then I'm starting to think there ain't a hope left in this colony.
Things have kept on running this long, right? Or so I used to think. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Okay.
Good hunting, Golden Eagle.
Well, let's head back up, I suppose. Wow, it's a good helmet. Am I able to look at this? No. Not yet, not yet. I gotta look for a picture, so hold on 1 second. When was that? I know it was before. Wow, that's actually not a good picture. It's a shame that that's a good picture. Can't use that one. No, no, no. It's like the only good picture that I have.
If I spit,
I just
think
realized
can
that I
get
could see my
contaminated down
character
there?
in that.
You'll get in trouble.
If I let my controller sit for long enough, I can see my character. Are there more guards here? There's one there. Let's try
That
not to
episode
attract
from a few weeks
attention.
ago was supposedly based on a real incident.
You mean the one with...
I'll find whoever did it.
What was that? Incoming!
Ah, great. Whoa. It really sucks that everyone in this town either hates or is afraid of me.
What do you think of the unreliable Parvati?
There's always something to fix, and it's neat working in the Aether. I always took Atmo for granted. Now, if I drill through the hull, we all suffocate. Exciting, you know?
I'm not sure I wanted to know that. Being in space sets me on edge enough.
You know about stellar emissions? Actually, I probably shouldn't tell you about those. I mean, not unless you want to know how we're all likely to
Search
get spacers
Mayfield's
lung.
corpse? Oh, shoot.
Right. Okay. When we get back to the ship, I'm drinking this conversation right out of my recollection.
I didn't even notice that. How did his body get all the way down there? Oh, I probably sent the hammer on him and flung him over there. They say crouching in public attracts more attention, but it's the only way I can see whether people have seen me if I'm crouching. All right, let's. Oh, I didn't even see this guy. He had an estate key too, so I didn't even really have to go all the way over there. Requires ID. I don't have the board ID. Alright. Oh, shit.
They'll never see us.
Huh? What was that?
Great.
Guess I'm getting paranoid.
No, you don't want to complete this.
Here we go! Tampa, you're good. Here they come.
Everybody okay? Great.
Awesome.
Here we go.
There's just like no coming back from it. Transition to Byzantium. A bar. They always end up dying before even attacking anyone. It's sort of like the whole point of this. What?
That's the last of them.
Did you say thanks, Alaska? Thanks, Alaska. So unfortunate that she can't pronounce Alexa. Who closed this door? What's up, dude?
How did you get in here?
The door.
You! You just slaughtered those guards, and for what? To speak with me?
I mean, honestly,
what could
because I
possibly
had
be
to.
so urgent?
I didn't want
Oh,
to.
my law. Captain! Captain! That's the minister! Mr. Clark! Oh, wow!
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more.
Cut the crap. I'm here for the dimethyl sulfoxide.
Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
He's got no idea what we're asking about.
Will that be all, then?
I have records proving you've been hoarding dimethyl sulfoxide.
Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course! It's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way.
Back up and tell me what you're talking about.
Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name. But this proves it.
You've been all alone in this house? Would you like me to make you tea?
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here,
His hair is not
Rockwell's
attached to
the
his
one
head.
behind it.
I'll have to deal with him.
Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly due.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
HHC headquarters?
Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony together. Allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and appointed Minister of Earth.
How do I get to the headquarters?
Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons.
Once I get into the Acropolis District, what then?
When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are.
What used to be your office?
Oh, I haven't been allowed up there in years. I shudder to think what Rockwell's done with the place. A gilded minibar, perhaps? A personal theater. A man has too much money and too little sense.
How'd you manage to hang on to your access card?
The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look.
Do I want to know?
I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles.
In his butt. He's smuggling. He had an actual card up his butt. Credit card. Alright.
Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone.
I need to charge my phone.
This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
What's on the cartridge?
What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
But they wouldn't get here for... I don't even know. Shouldn't we do something our own selves?
Yeah, my
It's
hair's
worth a try,
super
but
long.
the Earth Directorate still needs that message. We must hope for their intervention. Perhaps there is hope after all.
Here,
and now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District.
Take the magic hat off. Beautiful, magical boys. Craziness. Yeah. I just put my headphones on backwards. I literally never have my hair out of a ponytail though. It just frustrates me. Like the only time I ever take it out is when I'm asleep.
So what's the plan?
I hate that all the armor in this game looks exactly the same. It's just different colors. I wanted to grow it out just to see, you know, like, give it a chance. And right now, it's only long because I haven't gotten it cut. I've been wanting to get it cut for a while now. I've been growing it for almost 2 years. It's gonna be a big change. I'm sure my head is going to feel like 10 pounds lighter. Alright, where am I meant to be going? This direction. Oh! I fell to my death. Okay. I thought that I would be able to jump over that, but clearly not. Raising your signs. Okay. Let's take the safe way down. Restricted area. Requires the ID.
Did you hear?
Nope, didn't hear. Dead bodies. I kind of would like to get highlights in my hair. Just to see what it looks like. Give it some dimension. But I don't really want to spend a ton of money on that if I plan on getting it cut. Oh boy. I don't know. I don't know what color would be interesting this time around. I really did like the pink. Everyone gave me shit for it, though. I don't know if I would do pink again. I did not mean to pick up that armor. Oh, this person has a name. A full name. I want to know why there were just like 50 guards chilling in the lobby of this building. I guess the same reason there's 50 guards up here. Even this little stupid little fuck is attacking.
That's the last of them.
Too bad I'm like missing out on all this story because my rating with these people is too low. Man. It's like the fourth door I've come across that my lockpick is too low to open. Locked. How do I get in? Sealed? Oh, okay, here we go. Why is there just a huge hole in the wall?
One person gets all this space just to sign papers all day?
Alright, well. Chairman, the rough cut of the presentation is prepped to play. The PR department has a lot of work to do, but we've covered the basics. Halcyon is on the brink of starvation. The board scientists are working on a solution. Workers can look forward to a lifetime employment program for their chance to contribute. You'll see the current version when you print your keycard for the Ministry of Accuracy and Morale. And yes, before you ask, the dimethyl sulfoxide has been delivered there. It's waiting for your sign-off on the broad strokes. So I wanted to make sure you saw it. Don't worry, I'll make sure it gets properly edited. Sophia. Whoa.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition.
Slowly stop living.
And that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
I feel like I'm supposed to be laughing at that, and while it was casually amusing, it wasn't very funny.
That was all a story, wasn't it? It's not real.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
Let's send that message to Earth. 3 to 9 months for my message to complete transit. Subject, what's taking long? Percival, how long does it take to clear out an abandoned office? Toss Clark's belongings into the streets of Byzantium for all I care. He's not using them. Just get my office expansions done before I return. I'm tired of staring at that hole in the wall, and for law's sake, do something about that doom and gloom presentation. We have the brightest minds in Halcyon working in our public relations department, and they make this announcement sound like a damned funeral elegy. We need something bright and cheerful. We need something we can sell. Percival, reschedule my regular Wednesday massage. I have urgent matters to attend to off-site. Chairman, I've made inquiries that can confirm that we have plenty of food, real food, stored away from our inter-colony trade. The nutritional profile of food produced within Halcyon has continued to decline. Soon people are going to start feeling hungry no matter how much they eat. Unfortunately, it's gotten too expensive and to continue buying from even the closest colonies, but what we have will sustain Byzantium and a minimal workforce for the foreseeable future. Chairman, the heads of the other 9 corporations are up in arms about their shares again. As head of UDL, you can overrule them easily, but I thought you should know they're at it again, Percival. Okay. Is there a way to unlock this door? There's no real reason. I'm guessing the only way to get in there. Yeah, I don't know. This is just something else. Well, let's go get that dimethyl sulfoxide or whatever. Believe it or not, George isn't at home, so leave a message at the beep. I like how everyone just went back to their normal routine. With all these dead people laying all over the place.
I have to go through 3 checkpoints just to take a bathroom break.
Can't be too careful. Dissidents like Phineas.
Okay. Let's go get this stuff. Office clerk. This looks just like... Every place in here is a transition. I can't enter any of the buildings. It's a whole different place. Well, there were like a couple of buildings I could enter, but this is the most like loading screens out of any of the cities I've been in. Okay.
What?
Covering you! Here goes nothing!
All right. Oh, they left. Okay. Unisol.
I'm too valuable to die!
Too valuable to die. Bard.
Bring him down!
This guy chasing me around.
That's smart.
Wait, is this whole room an elevator? Or is it an elevator coming down to this? Okay.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out in the city. That woman from downstairs is
Oh no, my hacking skill's too low.
The one who's been
I've got to level
pounding the
up.
clerks?
Upgrade my hacking.
The shutters, too.
Aha, your fatal mistake. Are you familiar with the Pink Panther? Like
Hey,
the
did Tillman
cartoon
get
or the
transferred or
movies?
something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened.
So it was the Steve Martin ones are like a remake or reboot of the original series, which was like from the 60s. But apparently there's this like crime syndicate organization that's called the Pink Panther Jewel Robbers or whatever. And they got that name because they once robbed a jewelry store using an idea that they got from the Pink Panther movies. They stole a huge diamond by putting it in a container of face cream. Wait, 32. Yeah, this can go too. Alright. Wait. It's Rizzo's. Alright, well, let's pick this lock.
Huh. I would have just broken it.
Wait. Hey, yeah. Now I have this for no reason. Okay, well, guess I'm going up. Or down. Oh. It's a long elevator ride, because that thing took a long time to get up here. Are there guards down here?
What's this I hear about you ordering more tests performed with sample 4157? That batch failed spectacularly.
Wait,
Saw a variance in the results that we... Hey, stop that!
Here they come!
Hurt me! I don't want to die! Huh? Bring him down!
Another elevator. You know what, let's take out the freaking hammer. I don't get to use the hammer. So let's use that shit. This one though, because this one's way better. There are elevators everywhere in this place. Wow, they killed both my people? They're supposed to come back if they go down. I bought that trick for them.
I don't want to die, please! I don't want to die!
Cannot use while in combat. Well, I'm not in combat. So I just close myself in this room and crouch. Wow, this guys came back and everything. Remember, ministry terminals are to be used for ministry business only. Anyone caught or suspected of using ministry terminals for criminal, defamatory, or non-work related purposes will be prosecuted. All subjects have perished after undergoing multiple hibernation cycles. Oh no. Massive cranial hemorrhage upon removal from hibernation chamber. Intestinal rupture upon removal from hibernational chamber. Lab technician accidentally shorted hibernation chamber, subject electrocuted. Pulmonary edema upon removal from hibernation chamber. So it's worse than we thought. They're not just putting them in hibernation, they're killing them. Not on purpose, but I've tried replicating the work Dr. Wells initially did on the revivifying formula, but his notes are basically unintelligible. This may take a few iterations. That's tetraborate ethanol, not toasted dinner roll. Maybe it is toasted dinner roll. Powers that be are demanding results. I have submitted my catalog of dead sprats. I didn't realize it was possible to run out of sprats. Which genius left the new shipment of sprats in the kitchen? Still attempting to complete Wells' formula, still going through a dozen sprats a week. We've got a lot of work ahead of us if this is ever going to be effective at reviving people from long-term hibernation. I'm going to need to get out of here before this guy sees me. I don't know what lets this come back, but it came back.
What do you think you're doing?
Nothing at all. Heck yeah. Alright, I need to get my hack skill up, which is apparently -10 because of the armor I'm wearing. So I could have done that if I just changed the armor. Well, I'll just make it so it's 45 with the armor, and then I'll work on this some more. Wait. Deal increased damage. Headshots explode. That's pretty cool. I don't know why I would ever walk around with no companions. I mean, like, maybe that stuff is useful in the supernova mode, where your companions straight up die. That is a good one. Moving. While using TTD, you deal increased weak spot damage. That's pretty good. Workbench sight alignment tool. Oh, makes crits better. That's when I'm alone. I'm gonna do this one. I I've gotten pretty much all the perks that I want, so... Have I gone in here? No. Maybe. Yeah, this is where I came in. Bard. What's up with all the elevators? So this thing has 3 uses, I guess. Sick. I got out of that without alerting anyone.
Got a promotion coming. I can feel it.
This is not the right space. Okay. I'm in a place where I'm not seen.
Great work.
This is just back where I was. Yes, no, sort of. I want to see what's out here first. This is the central lab again, but up top. Ooh. Get in here. Get in here. Quick, quick, quick. Oh, damn it.
This area is for authorized personnel only. You're not supposed to be here, are you?
How do you think I got here?
I guess that's what I was wondering.
You really think I got past all the other guards if I don't belong?
When you put it that way, it does sound pretty unlikely. Still, you should go. I don't think the other guards will be as rational about this as I am.
If you say so. Get out of here. Oh no! Will my hacking be high enough if I take my armor off? Better question. Do I have anything that makes my hacking go up? That'd be a no, but still not high enough. So... where is this going? Am I... oh, I thought it was crouched. There are things... oh. Person is like really scratching themselves. Test subject. Is there anything in that room? frenzied test subject. Oh, I've been through there. Let's keep to this top path. If it's just that guy, I can take him out. I wish I could drag the bodies, like in Hitman, so that I don't get found out. Did I get it? Nope, this is empty. Human trials. The addition of dimethyl sulfoxide to the current round of tests has resulted in some improvements. Subjects are showing improved circulation and increased neural activity. However, our formula is still missing something. We're still unable to fully revive subjects from long-term hibernation, and removing their supply of dimethyl sulfoxide results in their rather excruciating death. The problem is compounded when we consider reviving and freezing subjects multiple times over their lives. To make matters worse, we've had a hard time securing additional dimethyl sulfoxide. We may have to make do with this batch. This procedure may result in the invalidation of experiment, results in the death of human test subjects. Sudden withdrawal from dimethyl sulfoxide is highly lethal and result in the cancellation of any in-progress experiments. Experimental integrity and test subject vitality can be maintained by leaving a 73.629% dimethyl sulfoxide concentration in circulation. Experiment authorization: Charles Rockwell, Project Lifetime Employment Program, objective to repeatedly revive human subjects from extended hibernation without causing the death of a human subject and the loss of associated productivity. Results inconclusive. Prognosis cautiously optimistic. Well, I'm gonna take all of it, so fuck these people. Where does this go? Let's back up. Oh, okay. Where am I now? Oh. Oh, alright. Do I have anything else here in Byzantium? I mean, I have this, but I'm not gonna be able to do that. I could just kill him and add it to the botched list. Wow. I was 90% positive and 100% negative. Ooh, Sublight doesn't like me that much either. Board hates me and doesn't like me at all. Auntie Cleo mostly likes me. Horse Factory, not good. Very good. Ooh, not great. Alright, well, I'm not going to be able to do these, so I'll just leave them there. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get my board progress back up, but we will accept this one. This will be the first one that I'll do when I get back to the ship. I'm gonna play for 20 more minutes, wrap things up. Medical drone.
Processing data. Beginning security patrol.
Billingsley's. Can I survive this drop? I don't know. Let's not even risk it.
I only wish they weren't true.
Auntie Cleo's facial mask
It's Spacer's choice. Man, she's an alcoholic. Alright. Is this person still sitting here? Do they have anything else to say?
Pretend we're strangers. The board's
Okay,
always watching.
bye. So we shall talk to Parvati. I've acquired toss ball.
Bioka is drunk. Surprise.
I swear, next time we put into Groundbreaker, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna ask her over.
Great.
Oh, I'm so nervous.
Hey,
Having trouble
Airwax.
focusing on my work.
Jumping on late.
You have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough.
I have not.
You've had quite a career.
I'm currently on that planet, though. Just getting started.
I'm glad to hear that. This may come as a surprise, but I happen to enjoy your work. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you showed up. When you cut off power to Edgewater, you saved me a great deal of trouble. Now I don't have to bother trying to save that town. All this happened because some mysterious stranger fell out of the sky.
You almost sound like you approve.
Not always. For the longest time, I could never be sure if you were on our side or against us. You should be back on the Hope, frozen in a hibernation chamber.
So I
Yet
went to
here
assassinate
you are,
this
flying about in a
scientist,
stolen ship,
and
leaving
I
a
let her
trail
live.
of paperwork in your
And
way.
the guards were like, "Well, we can't let you
The
leave
board
with this
doesn't know what to
information."
make of you.
So I had to kill them because
But
I didn't
I
have
do.
a high enough persuade
I've seen your potential.
or lie or whatever it
There's
was.
so much we can do for this colony.
And it maxed out my disapproval rating with the board. How do you know I'm from the Hope?
You haven't exactly been keeping it a secret.
Yeah.
We raised security on the Hope after Wells broke in. As for discovering the identity of the missing colonist,
True.
all we had to do was scan the passenger manifest.
Make me an offer.
You have something I want. I'd like to negotiate.
What is it that I have? I'm listening.
Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn him in to us.
Very funny. Wanted for what exactly?
He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. I could go on. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to
What
endanger
about the
everyone
AI?
in Halcyon. He's an obsessive psychopath.
Phineas is the
and
scientist
he's
that's
using
helping
you.
me
You're in contact with Wells.
revive
I want you to
my
send us a
ship
tracing
of
signal from his
people.
communication terminal.
Oh. You want me to sell him out?
Wells was our mistake. We failed to apprehend him for years. I'm asking you to help me correct that mistake. I'm sending you my access code. Contact me from Wells's terminal. When you're done, come speak to me in my office.
She's on the board.
Adjutant Akonde's call has been terminated. Will there be anything else, Captain?
I am not turning Wells in. Yeah. Maybe. I had an opportunity to turn him in earlier and didn't. So I'm not going to change that decision now.
If you don't mind my saying, Captain, Minister Clark is lucky to have you on his side.
Thanks, I guess. Turn to Phineas and the tracking signal. Wow, this is a story mission. I would hope that's not how it is, because I wouldn't want it to end right now. Having not been to so many of these planets, I haven't been to Eridanos, Scylla, Tartarus, Olympus, Typhon, Hephaestus. I find it interesting that there's a lock on Tartarus. Not on any of the other ones, but I can't go to them either, so I don't know what the deal is with that.
We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself? Or would you like to do the honors?
When I pinned over it for a second, it said something about a hellish atmosphere. So maybe I have to get some kind of special suit before I go there. But it's still weird because I can't go to those other planets either. It's weird for that one specific one to have a lock on it. Yeah.
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists.
Great.
All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
Forget about the chemicals for a second. The colony is on the verge of collapse. I found your chemicals in the ministry. The board was testing them on human subjects.
Human test subjects? Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
Had to let the test subjects die, but I brought back all the chemicals they had.
Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish?
He used to be part of the board. That's what that woman was saying. And he was in that lab in the city I was just in. Something about repeatedly reviving humans from extinction.
You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress.
The colony's on the verge of collapse. The board's been trying to cover it up.
I know! I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die.
It gets worse. The chairman's planning on freezing every worker in Halcyon.
Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
We need to think about this. There has to be something we can do. So that's it. We just give up. All that trouble I went through was for nothing.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board.
This feels like it's near the end of the story, but I haven't been to so many other planets.
And transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope.
There's a way. It's not exactly safe, but we could skip the Hope into the system.
Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
The Hope's probably damaged. We'll have to route power from the Unreliable.
Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive.
I like how he didn't really answer that question.
Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab,
She was like, how can our little ship power this big ship? And he was like, oh, by plugging your little ship into the big ship, then your little ship will power the big ship. I got some questions.
Certainly. How can I help?
Yeah. But it seemed like her concerns were more like our ship isn't going to have enough power to power it. And he was like, yeah, but if you plug the ship into the auxiliary power, then it's all good. People aren't going to notice a gigantic colony ship slamming into the rings of Terra 2.
Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but
Yeah.
compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule.
I have a feeling that my character is going to die at the end of this, because I've heard
Of their collective posteriors.
that you can't keep playing after the end of the story.
Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Should I expect any resistance?
It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most
Wow, that was a lot of
brilliant
XP.
scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
The adjutant asked me to plant a tracking signal in your lab, but I'm not going to do it.
You absolutely should.
You've got a plan of some sort?
The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her.
I never told her I was gonna do it,
Send
so...
a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time.
Alright.
The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some particularly nasty defenses. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
I don't want to talk about the Hope. Goodbye. Let's not be doing that Hope mission right now. I'll try to do some other things. Well, I'm going to finish the scientist quest, and then and maybe Parvati, she might be able to do some of her quests, but then I'm gonna be done for the night. Well, in the ship you can see that the ship used to be named Reliable. It is a Venom hat. He
Captain,
wrote
Felix and the
Unreliable.
Vicar are arguing again. Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering.
Alright, so... Oh, there's the Hope. Wait. Look at some quests. We're gonna do this. Oh, I haven't talked to her on the ship yet? Oh, I have to dock at Groundbreaker, which I'm about to do. So, oh wait.
We've arrived at the Groundbreaker.
Yeah, I have seen this same screen so many times now. Alright.
Rizzo's long apple cider.
She's not gonna be happy with me. Uh-oh. The sound is starting to mess up. Oh, it's back now. Hold on.
I see. If you need directions to Byzantium, it's the big Fed.
Know anything about the assault cruiser Cornelius Vanderbilt?
Not as much as I'd like. The board dispatched it to Earth on a resupply mission, I think. Why?
Dr. Charstrand sent a research query via the cruiser and never heard back.
Interesting. It's possible the board wanted the cruiser to disregard ancillary tasks. To what end? I'll have someone look into it. But for the moment, we're pissing in the wind and shooting in the dark. Considering how you get around, you'll probably find answers before I do.
I'm not gonna kill Charstrand.
Well, damn. Contractor grew a contract. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here?
You misunderstood Chartran's research. She's our best shot at survival in Halcyon.
You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and
She
called it a
wanted me
good
to kill
start.
this woman because she thought
Out
she
of
was
my
hiding
office. We're done.
alien
You think maybe
research.
she's got an itchy trigger finger? I don't want to find out.
That was weird. It like skipped her. Oh yeah. I was supposed to let. You know what? We'll open up the next stream with Parvati's date. Because the sound is starting to mess up. It occasionally does that on this game for whatever reason. And I'm not going to just like restart the console or the game right at the end of the stream. So we're just going to go ahead and end it here. But as far as her trying to kill me, I don't think my reputation with her is low enough for her to try to do that. All right, ma'am. Peace.